You might be aware that weathering of rocks produces small particles that constitute soil. Hence, the components of soil are not uniform. In fact, different soil contains particles of different sizes. Let's explore the different types of soil to study the various types of soil and their properties. The land looks uniform when observed from outside, but a cutout shows that there are a number of constituents in soil, such as silt, sand, gravel, stones, and other colloidal particles such as water. Depending on the type of particles and their proportions in the soil, soil can be classified as sandy soil. This type of soil contains a higher proportion of sand and gravel. It is usually loose and porous. Its water-holding capacity is low, so we observe the water molecules seeping through the soil particles at a very fast rate. These pores have more air that contains very little nutrients. So, this soil is very unfertile and not suitable for vegetation. Clay soil. Soil in which there is a higher proportion of clay and silt particles. As the space between the soil particles is very little, this type of soil holds a lot of water. Thus, we observe that the water molecules cannot seep through it. Due to the lower porosity and higher water holding capacity, it usually appears wet. Loam soil. In loam soil, there is a proper mixture of particles of all sizes, which allows this type of soil to hold air and water in the right proportion. This soil is also called mixed soil. It drains the excess water through it, but retains the required amount of water for plants to grow in it. Since it is also rich in nutrients, the soil is very fertile and encourages vegetation. The roots of plants can grow and penetrate best in such soil. Let's summarize. We have learned about the soil types and their properties. Sandy soil contains a higher proportion of sand and gravel, which is loose and porous. Clay soil contains a higher proportion of clay and silt particles, where the space between the soil particles is very less. And loam soil contains a proper mixture of particles of all sizes, which makes it hold air and water in the right proportion. Thus, there are basically three types of soil. We would be learning the properties of each one of them in detail. Do you know the properties of soil found in the desert? Stay tuned to find the answer in our upcoming videos.
Keep imbibing. We believe in you.